as you can see, I upgraded the shelf a bit. Let's get into this. Hello, my friend. How are you? Today we have a very interesting deck for our journey to 1000. We have the fried chicken deck. And I just realized this. It is scented and it smells like chicken. Shake, open, smell. My goodness, let's see if this is true. So we're gonna shake it up, open up the deck, and let me give this a little whiff. Oh my god. It actually smells like fried chicken. Well, a better description would be like turkey breast. But what the heck? That's pretty cool. Anyway, I hope your day has been well. We will have a fun one here tonight. So much fried chicken. A bit to talk about later, so let's put away our jokers. Oh my gosh. I love it. Alright, while we shuffle up this deck, please get yourselves nice and comfy. And let's get ready for our first game. If you haven't already, drop a like. Share some fried chicken thoughts down below. And let's get into this. It's weird. Every shuffle, the air kind of wafts up a little bit and smells like fried chicken. Closer to a Thanksgiving turkey, but still. That's kinda cool, but also kinda weird. But it's good to like the weird things. Anyway, 2 more shuffles. Then game number 1. So just so you're ready for this, tonight is gonna be a lot of chicken talk. So you have been warned. And let's get into this one. So show of hands, who as a kid, whenever they went to a restaurant or out somewhere to eat, always ordered chicken tenders? Now I know, I went through that phase for a bit. And let's be honest here, you can't beat a chicken tender almost 99% of the time. Something about that mixture between just a crunchy yet soft, juicy chicken tender with a side of ranch or barbecue sauce. Just amazing, and then add some seasoned fries on top of it. How could a kid not be happy? Alright, so that is our first subject for tonight, whichever it may be. Chicken tendies. Let's hear it, chicken tendies down below. Love myself some chicken tendies. So, honestly, think about this yourself. It's a good question. How much chicken do you eat in a year? Now I'm gonna think on this one. So, I would like to say I eat chicken every day, even though I do not, but every week, for sure. This year, so far, so about 4 months in, I have probably eaten, let's think about this, I probably eat chicken 3 to 4 times a week. And in those times, I probably eat at least 2 pounds, so 8 pounds of chicken a week. We are 4 months in, so make that 9, 18 weeks. I have eaten at least 72 pounds of chicken this year. And I think that might be a low ball. Let me explain why before you think I'm an absolute beast. Well, come to think of it, is about a day brine before it gets too weird to cook and just has that nice chicken texture. Then you fry your chicken, and we like to use cornflakes. I think that's pretty common for Nashville style. This is a long first game, by the way, good for us. And after you fry it, you have two options: just to go for seasoning as the last step, which we like to do. Or, yeah, that's the end of our first game. As we put down that 2 in time for our double check, so hold that thought. As there's nowhere for that 6, 8, 6, or jack. So on to game number 2. By the way, I just came back from the gym. Incredibly tired, but still talking a bit, so it's probably going to carry throughout most of the night as we had triple kings, double threes, and double tens. On to game 2. So once it's done being fried, you then put your Nashville seasoning rub on each side and let it stay for a bit to sink in. Option B would be to do that and then fry up some oil and then put that same seasoning with some honey in hot oil to make a little bit of a sauce, and then drench that on top of the chicken as well. But that's extra calories on top of fried chicken already, so we don't do that, and plus it tastes better the first way for us. And I've made my own seasoning recipe, and my goodness, it is just amazing. I hate to boast, but it's the best chicken seasoning I've ever tasted. I'd probably have to share that with you one day on like a vlog or something. So, I eat at least 5 tenders for a meal with a whole bunch of coleslaw. Just cabbage, green and red, with carrots. No sugar, no mayo, just the vegetable, with probably 7 pickle spears, so a little balance between fried and vegetables. So that usually provides a decent amount of leftovers. We buy around 6 pounds of chicken to fry up, just for reference. And then we regularly get like pre-packaged chicken, like pre-cooked, that is on the somewhat healthier side, all things considered. And I just go through that throughout the week. So lots of protein for myself, lots of chicken. I'd probably eat, a safe bet would be 125 pounds of chicken in a year. Now that might be kind of crazy. I think I remember seeing a survey for the United States of Americans eating like 40 pounds of beef, 25 pounds of chicken, 10 pounds of fish on average in a year. But my chicken is just off the charts. So that's one thing. Love myself some Nashville style chicken tenders, and if you've never had them before, do yourself a favor and grab some where you can. I'll be honest with you, some of them are kind of a miss, or have a gimmick where it's like the spiciest tender around, or you have to sign a waiver to eat it, but that's all bullcrap. You want flavor, not a gimmick. As we have our first fat stack of the night with triple eights So Nashville chicken, favorite chicken. Before Nashville chicken took my number one. Before it was Popeyes, Louisiana style chicken. And since we're talking more chicken, let me know your favorite chicken, if it applies to you, of course. Something I learned about Popeyes a while ago is that it's better to eat the mild chicken than the spicy, even if you like spice, because it has more flavor and seasoning, despite what you may think. It's actually kind of funny. There was a very, very small tradition, if you can call it that, with my parents and I, where pretty much every Sunday we would go to Popeyes to eat lunch, because they had a $1.99 or $2.99 combo special, like a breast wing biscuit and a side. And they would get that while getting me some chicken nuggets for about $1.50 to $2, as that's the end of game number 2. No plays left on the field after that move, so we move on to game number 3. And it was actually pretty good. I don't know why Popeyes got rid of their chicken nuggets. They were about that big. Very juicy, well seasoned. Came with a side of ranch. Double 2s, double 9s. And it came in a cute little box about that big, or that big. And that was my lunch, brunch, and it made me happy. And then when Popeyes came out with their chicken sandwich, oh my gosh, the pickles, the spice, the juicy, and everything nice. Sorry, little bit of a hiccup. It was good, but the thing about Popeyes is that you know you're getting something very bad for you. I actually think, I'm not 100%, but I think Popeye's chicken still contains trans fats, or at least the building blocks to make regular fats into trans fats. And in the United States, I'm pretty sure there was a bill or law passed where trans fats were pretty much outlawed for their incredible, unhealthy tendencies. And I will be honest, whenever I eat Popeyes afterwards, I feel disgusting, so I don't eat it often at all. And for those of you out there who didn't know that, just be wary of that. Most tasty things come at a price. Game 3, here we go. Triple 3s, double 6s. Let's do this. Sorry, I'm trying to think of other chicken stuff. Oh yes. So very few times my family and I would go to a restaurant, what you would classify as a fancy restaurant, like a Red Lobster, Sweet Tomatoes / soup plantation, and this isn't looking good. Well, mainly places like Red Lobster or Italian places, they always have chicken tenders. And I would always get that up until I think high school. And then in high school, when hanging out with my friends, I thought to myself, I don't want to be the dude who's like 30 or 40, always ordering chicken tenders because it's what they're comfortable with and don't want to experiment a bit. Not that there's anything wrong with going with the chicken tender, trust me, I have learned. But in high school, I shifted away, and that's when I got into sushi and different types of steaks and eating, like restaurants with friends. And it was pretty fun. And thankfully, I had one friend who was very, let's just say, privileged in a sense. And he pretty much took me places that I was like, whoa, this is cool. And they would always make a point to get the weirdest thing on the menu. And that kind of rubbed off on me, so that was actually very fun doing that for a while. But then I think we realized after a year, chicken tenders can't go wrong. And I think most chicken tenders have this distinct shape or size about that big. And they come with just regular fries. But the best basic tenders I've ever had have come at a baseball game. Specifically, an Oakland Athletics baseball game. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I'm a big baseball guy. I've played it, I'm good at it. I used to analyze it a lot, not as much in the past couple of years, but it's still fun. My sister would take us to an annual game every year for about 6 years. And more often than not, it would be Oakland, since it was the cheapest. Yeah, it was the cheapest. And that's when we could watch the Yankees come to town and beat up on the Athletics, as that might be the end of this game. As it's time for our double check, as there's nowhere for that 9, jack, or 6. Game number 4. Here we come. And for those of you who've never been to a baseball game, it's actually quite fun. Even if you're not a fan, it's a nice experience. Just like any venue, things are a little expensive sometimes. I think the big thing when I went with my sister is that chicken tenders and fries cost like $9 or $10, and that was crazy. Now that seems very reasonable, if not a deal. But in Oakland and San Francisco, they have the luxury of some of the best garlic fries around. For those of you who don't know, in California there's this town called Gilroy, and it is the garlic capital of the world. It is in between. It's near San Francisco and Oakland. And when you drive through, you instantly get hit with the lovely aroma of fresh garlic. And I remember that so vividly. And since those baseball teams were right next to Gilroy, they have a very fresh supply of garlic. It would make their garlic fries just amazing. So I'd get chicken tenders and garlic fries, and I was happy watching some baseball with my sister. And I think she usually got like a Pizza Hut personal pizza while taking some garlic fries, of course. But good memories, those were. If you have anything similar like that, let me know. I love hearing what you all have to say. What experience you have that are similar, yet different. Chicken tenders and garlic fries. Just an awesome combo. Surprisingly long games, but not much brewing from them. Alright, back to some chicken talk. I think. Alright, so back in high school, I would stay out late with my friends, and it would be a late night and we'd just get hungry just because we were out doing stuff. Like, we didn't eat for like 6-7 hours or so. So every once in a while, my friend and I would go to Jack in the Box. And there was this thing that was, I think, introduced fairly new at the time, called Munchie Meals. And there was this one called the Chicken Tater Melt. I actually think it might still be around. But back then, it was a box at half price. So for $6 about, you could get a chicken tater melt, which is about this thick and big, of, I believe, chicken, cheese, hash brown, cheese, chicken, and like bread, maybe. And that would destroy you. It came with 2 tacos, fries, regular, curly, a drink, and cookies at the time. And it was around 1,800 calories. And I just remember eating that chicken, thinking to myself, oh my gosh, this is so good, but tastes so bad. Why are we hungry? Why are we eating this at 2 a.m.? Honestly, that chicken is disgusting. I think some of the worst fast food chicken is McDonald's chicken nuggets. Most chicken patties, sandwiches that are kind of kids' menu. I think some of the better chicken places, fast food wise, are Wendy's is way up at the top, besides Popeyes. The McChicken's decent, but you know, it's not natural in the slightest. Not a big fan of Chick-fil-A because it just kind of tastes a little off to me. Or KFC, as there's nowhere for that 5, 3, or 9 final game coming up. I think every place has a chicken sandwich now. Burger King, what are you doing? Stick to the Whoppers, bud. Carl's Jr., I think theirs sucks too. Oh yeah. Again, back in high school, they would have this deal where you get 2 chicken sandwiches, or a burger and a chicken sandwich, cookies, a drink, and fries for $3.50. And my same friend and I would get that since it was close to campus. And we got it because it was a good price, and then afterwards, our stomachs would be upset while we'd be doing our class, and just not good. Oh, very underrated place is El Pollo Loco. That place knows how to bring it. If only their chicken wasn't the size of half my palm for a breast. a chicken breast that small. Come on now. It's okay to have a little bit of genetic modified food. Very tasty though. Okay, final game. There was this Subway sandwich that was my favorite back when there were typical $5 footlongs. There was this sandwich called the Kershaw from Clayton Kershaw of the Los Angeles Dodgers. And it was a sweet, spicy chicken teriyaki on whole wheat footlong for $5.59 since it was a specialty club. And that was my good lunch for many, many months. I've probably eaten that thing, I don't know, 100 times. And then they got rid of it. Sad day. Okay, let's focus on this last game. I think we got a lot of chicken talk out of the way. Honestly, this could go on for a while with myself, but I need to shut up and see if we can muster any magic for this one. Okay. Here we go, 777s, double fours. I don't know. I think we got one too many triplets tonight. But on the other hand, we're about to get our fourth ace next turn. But will that be enough? I don't think so. Oh, I see it. Don't worry. I see it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. If you'd like to check out this deck, I'll leave the link in the description. It's actually pretty cool. Still smells like chicken. But maybe that might not be your thing. But still a nice little gimmick of a deck. Even though I kinda crapped on gimmicks earlier, some are cool. As I think there's nowhere for that 4. King. King once again. Queen, and lastly, 9. Just like that. That is the end of our night, my friend. I hope you enjoyed. It was a fun one. Got one fat stack but couldn't scratch across anything else. For the final time of the night, we had double jacks, double threes, double sixes, double queens, and make that double fives with triple jacks. That was the fried chicken deck. It was something. And with that, I hope you have yourself a relaxing remainder of your night. Many, many sweet dreams, and until we meet again, train well, eat well, rest well, work well, stay safe.